I arrived late to the university at the age of 26, surrounded by 18-year-olds in student halls, the only one that could roast a chicken. I had been permanently excluded from school at the age of 11, and I attended a pupil referral unit where education was not a priority. They would disinterestedly chuck worksheets at me that were far too easy, and that was the end of it. I left with no GCSEs at the age of 16. Less than 1% of people permanently excluded from school get a good pass in either English or maths. 85% of young people in young offenders institutes were permanently excluded from school, and that is over half in the adult prison estate as well. Outcomes for the excluded are very poor, and their presence in higher education is almost non-existent. The heat of the process. I handed in my first essay, and the tutor asked me if it was a draft copy. It was not. I'd worked really hard on it, but my grammar was awful. I had never learnt grammar and had to teach myself whilst I was here. Imagine that with the pedigree of some of the peers that have been to well-known private schools. I'd also never taken an exam in my life. In the exam hall, surrounded by so many confident young people scrawling fast on the sheets, I was stunned. I experienced anxiety. I walked out of that exam, and I failed my first year. I had to attend a resit. I went on to join the Centre for Lifelong Learning. In addition to no longer being the oldest person and the only one that could roast a chicken, it was a breath of fresh air. Their support meant that despite losing my father to cancer in the second year, I finished with a 94% in one module and a first-class degree overall.